recently became single last December. Dating this woman for about 10 months. And recently I started I've been on the dating market again. I went on a date with this last week with this awesome gal. Everything was in vibration. Connection was there. It was on the first day I even got her some roses, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is so great. Guys should take notes or something." So I did that, and everything was there. Hey, I earned a second date. Cool. So went on a second date, and just showing her around my place and everything. And then she saw the stuff that I was into, like law of attraction, things like that. And then the next day, avoided me like the plague. And I want to be totally just who I am. I want to be open with the woman that I'm going to be attracted. And I totally feel I'm in alignment with what I want. I can feel her about to come into my life. That's how real it is.
This person that you met wants to be totally who she is too. Mm-hmm. She's just not far enough down the path to recognize it. Her ability to perceive that what she's looking for is right there. That's what we were talking about earlier, that what we're all doing here mm-hmm. is practicing the vibration of perception so that we can recognize what we're looking for when it's standing right in front of us. Mm-hmm. And often, and we're not saying that you should double back around and try to convince her of anything, because there are always those who are ready when you're ready.
Right.
But this is an important thing for us to say to you, to anyone, and that is, when something like that happens, it's speaking as much about your readiness as it is about the others. Mm. And that's a little tricky to hear, because you felt like mm-hmm. You were ready, and that not only were you ready, but that you had found something that you thought fit right in. Mm-hmm. But as you have that experience, and then you acknowledge this, law of attraction never makes a mistake, ever. Mm. Law of attraction always yields back to you exactly what you're putting out. So if you're putting out a wobble and not knowing it, it'll come back to you to help you to know it.
Right.
So what we would say to you is start in a general place. In other words, acknowledge what it is that you want and why you want it. Because sometimes in trying to find a relationship, most people don't realize it, but they're trying to fill some void that can only be filled through your alignment with who you really are. And when that's something that's really important to you, other things that you thought were what you wanted bounce off of you, because they're not really what you want. There's something else that you want first. That's why we say alignment trumps everything. Can you hear us when we say, we're asking all of you, but especially you, can you hear us when we say the relationship that you're really wanting to foster, discover is too strong of a word, but it applies. Discover and foster and encourage and understand and know is the relationship between you and your inner being. Mm. And once that is really, really established, somebody who's not a vibrational match to that won't even show up on your radar. But if you've got a wobble going on, then you're going to be attracted to others that have the wobble going on. Are you getting what we're talking about? When you are really in alignment with who you are, only those who are really in alignment with who they are will come into your radar. But if you're sort of wobbling all over the place, then you've got a wider range of those that are going to be attracted to you and you to them.
And I almost felt like it's almost like the universe is testing me to see, like, hey, you're getting closer to the woman you're about to attract into your life. Let's see if you can.
The universe is never testing you, ever,
okay.
ever. That's why you shouldn't go to church.
There you go. That makes sense.
You should go to church. But that's the part that they've got the most wrong.
Okay.
That's the part they've got the most wrong. The universe is not testing you. The universe is yielding to you evidence of where you are vibrationally.
Okay.
How else are you going to know?
Right.
And so when something begins to manifest and it doesn't feel right, don't try to make it righter. Just step back into the less wobble-free zone.
Mm-hmm. I gave gratitude, though, when that happened, because I just was like, okay, good. I'm glad that happened, because that was my clarifying experience.
And what is the clarification that came to you?
The clarification came to me that person, since I'm vibrating with that connection, that means that connection is about to come even faster, if that makes any sense.
So since I know for sure that I'm in sync with who I am and what I want, and something that I thought was a relationship that I thought that I wanted to pursue or proceed on, because it didn't happen, I now know that since I'm sure that I was in sync with who I am, then that must be the component that's out of whack. This is big. Because until you are sure that you're in sync, you can't know what component's out of whack. And this is the thing they're wanting to help you to clarify. Because if we were standing in your physical shoes and anything that we thought we wanted wasn't coming into fruition, we'd say, oh good, more evidence that there's more vibrational adjustment for me to do. And the reason that you keep feeling like you need to do vibrational adjustment is because you're trying to fill the grid in too far. Really, roses on the first date. In other words, what you want is just going to flow right to you. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to try so hard. When you get in sync with who you are and what you are looking for in a relationship, it is our promise to you that another, and there are many who fit the vibrational equivalent, will flow easily and effortlessly into your experience. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the next logical step, not the next challenge, not the next thing to conquer or overcome. You're just looking for the next logical step. It will always come in a steady path, a steady trail of circumstances and events leading you to where you want to be, but leading you to where you are right now wanting to be, where you are right now wanting to be, where you are right now wanting to be, where you are right now wanting to be.